Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here for my second and final video of the night. This time on Killer of Demons 669. Watching this video, make sure you like this video, hit that subscribe button down below on this channel and all my other channels down below in the description box. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload. YouTube can somehow send out my videos. If they ever do. It is what it is. YouTube sucks a big fat cock, and what are you gonna do? Alrighty, on this late Monday night, far reaches of the Earth, January 27th, 2020, or if you're watching from somewhere else, like Germany or England or whatever, Italy, Saudi Arabia, whatever. It's January 28th, 2020. It is time for your late night. And first time, well, not first time ever, but finally on a Monday night. Now, I usually do my reviews later in the week, but on a Monday night, it is time for your late night Monday night review for January the 27th, 2020 from San Antonio, Texas. Yup! Alright, this was the aftermath of the Royal Rumble, which was on this past Sunday night. Was a pretty decent show. We had Drew McIntyre win the Men's Royal Rumble. We had Charlotte win the Women's Royal Rumble. And we had Bray Wyatt beat Daniel Bryan to retain the Universal title in a strap match. We had Bayley defeat Lacey Evans cleanly and for the SmackDown Women's title. We had Becky defeat Asuka to retain her Women's title. Andrade defeated Humberto Carrillo to retain his United States title. And other stuff that happened on the Royal Rumble. But tonight was the aftermath. We were gonna hear from that guy named Edge Stain. We'll hear from Edge later on in the program. We had Drew McIntyre talk about. Well, I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Drew McIntyre announced who he's gonna fight at WrestleMania. I think you know who it is. Charlotte, sort of announced who she's gonna face at WrestleMania, though she kind of, I'll get to that in a minute. We had Liv Morgan and Lana on one. And we had some other stuff happening on the show, but let's get into it. Let's not waste any more of your precious time, because I know you got other things to do. Play with yourselves, but it is what it is. And by the way, check out my Royal Rumble review on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel. Link is in the description box. So after you watch this, watch my review. And subscribe, like, leave a few questions if you have any questions on the Royal Rumble or Raw. Anything in the world of professional wrestling or in the world itself. Music, movies, politics. If you want to talk about Trump's impeachment hearings, I'll be glad to talk about it. I really don't care, but, it's long and it's pointless. But they're still going. I think by Thursday they're gonna have witnesses. But I want to watch The Talk with Sharon Osbourne at 2 o'clock on Channel 2, and I turn it on. The freaking impeachment hearings are going on. I mean, really? Stupid. But anyway, so check out my Royal Rumble review down below in the description box on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel. And that's it. Alright. Now, Monday Night Raw was a okay show. The ending was pretty good. I marked out for the ending. And I think you know why. If you watched my Royal Rumble review, my distaste for the guy that came back, and you know why. So anyway, we started with Drew McIntyre, the sexy Scotsman. And the fans give him a "You Deserve It" chant. He gets on the mic and he says he still thinks he's dreaming 24 hours later, but it feels good to say he's the 2020 Royal Rumble winner. he's going to WrestleMania, and some people like to play games. He has an announcement to make, and he challenges Brock Lesnar for the WWE title at WrestleMania. He says most people are terrified of Brock, but not him. He Claymored him out of the ring, and he's going to beat Brock for the title. And he wants to have a Claymore party right now. So he's Claymore party. He's trying to diss the Young Bucks with Super Kick party. I get that. I get it. And he issues an open challenge. So who should come out but the Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Out AJ since AJ's injured. He got injured at the Royal Rumble. I think it was his. I don't know. I forgot what injury he had. I think it was his leg or his arm or something like that. So he's gonna be out probably months. I don't know. I don't know how severe it was. He might be out for the Saudi. He's definitely out for probably out for the Saudi show. Mania, I don't know, but we'll see. So they accept this challenge. They want to make it a 2-on-1 handicap match, and Drew's like, "I'll do it." So we get that. So I gave this first segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. And we get to the match. Match didn't last 2.5 minutes. That's you have like a 5 to 10 minute segment and then go right into a match to fill your time. So basically there's your 15 minutes. It's a 15 to 20 minutes usually of talking or a match. But anyway, get to the match, and Drew just basically beat the crap out of Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Thanks for coming, the best tag team in the world. He hits Future Shock on Gallows, and then the Claymore on Carl Anderson, and then another one for Luke Gallows for his troubles, and then he pins both men for the 1, 2, 3. And Drew's face turn is actually going somewhere. Fans are eating it up. Drew's eating it up. I don't remember Drew ever being a face unless maybe the time he was in 3MB. But he wasn't a face when he debuted, when he was the chosen one. He was a heel. Then when he got fired, he came back with 3MB. He was a jobber. He was basically like a tweener. And then sent to TNA. He was a face, and it got over okay, but he won the title, and then blah 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 with the whole thing with Dixie Carter, and I want to go into that. And then he comes back to WWE as a supposedly as a heel, but I don't know, maybe it was a face when he first came into NXT. In NXT long because he got sent to the main roster. And then he was a heel. He teamed up with Baron Corbin and Lashley and Braun Strowman. And now he's a face all of a sudden. And the fans, like I said, the fans are liking him. He's getting the rub. And he challenged Brock Lesnar like we all knew he would. So that match is now official for WrestleMania. So this is your first WrestleMania match. One of many coming up over the next month and a half. 60, as of this recording, 68 days away till WrestleMania. So just over 2 months. So they're gonna have to fill that time with some matches. And got the Super Showdown 3 coming up at the end of February, and then the Elimination Chamber. So they gotta kind of build to that. But we'll see what happens with that. So I gave the match 2 out of 5 stars. All right. It's a squash match for the Good Brothers, and that's all I gotta say about it. Well, for Drew McIntyre and the Good Brothers get buried, and that's it. And then after the match, Drew's celebrating, and then out of nowhere, Brock Lesnar comes in, kicks Drew in the stomach, then he F5s him right in the middle of the ring, and he holds his title over his carcass, and that was that. So, yeah, so that was a good way to start the hype and the storyline going forward over the next 2 months. Brock will probably be on the show next week, or he'll probably be on the show in the next couple weeks to start the hype to the match, and then he might have a match at the Saudi Arabia show. I don't know against who. They might do something there, like Drew will be there having a match, and then Brock comes out to F5 him again, or they have a fight and Drew gets his revenge. We'll see what happens with that, and we move on. Alright, then we got a video package of Edge's greatest hits. He won the WWE title after Cena won the Elimination Chamber. We had the one with the TLC match with the Hardy Boys and the Dudleys. I think it was the first ever, not the first. Well, yeah, I think it was the first ever TLC match at Mania. It was Mania 2000, which was a great match. If you haven't seen it, go watch it on the WWE Network or on YouTube. And then we had him coming back at the Rumble 2010, and then they showed his comeback on Sunday night from this year's Rumble. So we had all that. Blah 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 blah. So we get that. All right, we get to match number 2. Rey Mysterio, booyaka booyaka. He takes on MVP, who's not bald anymore. He's bald now, and it just looks really bad. So this was an interesting match. MVP comes out with his entire theme song. I'm coming. Well, not me, but what I mean. He didn't come out with his that big bubble thing he came out of when he was on SmackDown for a while, doing the Ruthless Aggression era. I was hoping for that, but I guess they didn't have it. So he just came out regular with the stupid Raw stage, which I still think is hideous. Stupid skate ramp. Anyway, MVP came out as the Punisher. Okay. Match was it wasn't that good. It was like a lot of botching. It felt like MVP, he didn't know what the hell he was doing. I mean, even in the Rumble, he was just messing up a lot, and he just gets sent out of the ring. After that, it just looks like he doesn't have it anymore. I think he really should just retire if he hasn't already. But anyway, we kind of went back and forth a little bit. Then we get near the end. MVP catches a high cross body and slams him down. Then he hits the Golden Elbow, and which gets a near fall. Follows up with some kicks. Rey counts into a Hurricanrana, into the ropes. Hits the 619, and then the drop of the dime splash for the win. Rey Mysterio picks up the win. And that was it. But looked like there was a point where I don't know, they botched somewhere near the end. They botched MVP botched the pin or something like that. I don't know what happened, but Rey was like looking at the ref like 3. That was it. Rey just looked at the ref like something happened. I was like, what the hell happened? I don't know. Rey maybe messed up or MVP messed up. I think it was MVP. Probably botched something. Anyway, the match was I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. And that was it. So I don't know if this, if MVP signed with the WWE or this was just a 2-night thing for him. Like a one-time deal. Maybe he came at the Rumble, was on Monday Night Raw, and that's it. We'll never see him again. Maybe until next year's Rumble, or maybe at SummerSlam or some event that he might be at. Who's like 50 or something. I don't know how old this guy is, but he looks broken down. Holy crap. But that's it. Like I said, he was not balling like he was when he messed up his knee back in TNA. And he was kind of balling with Samoa Joe and Bobby Lashley in that group. I forgot the name of the group either. I think it was Beatdown Clan, I think it was called. When when he was around with them, he was pretty good. Then he fought Eric Young, and then he lost to Eric Young. And I think it was in a cage, something like that. I don't remember TNA lore, but it is what it is. So we get that. So MVP had a really crappy match and probably never see him again. That's it. Alright, match number 3. Aleister Black taking on some jabroni. I think his name was Kenneth. Yeah, this is your squash match of the weekend. They had a couple of squash matches during this show. It was your shit break moment of the night. Well, one of your shit break moments of the night. 40 seconds. You know, he won last week in 4 seconds. This time he took a little bit more time. And he won in 40 seconds. Basically, he kicked the crap out of this guy. Snap German suplex. And then, right after that... Silly bug. Right after that, he kicks the head off this poor soul. With the black mass. And he beats him 1, 2, 3. Match I gave 1 out of 5 stars. Just a really waste of time in a filler match. Afterwards, he gets on the mic, cuts a promo, and talks about his Rumble elimination. He blames himself for the loss, even though it really isn't a loss. And you just got thrown out. Doesn't count on your record, really. He's still undefeated. He says he will no longer wait for people to come to him and pick a fight. He will be the one to pick a fight with somebody going forward. So he's gonna be the one to challenge people to a fight. We'll see what happens with that. Maybe they'll start getting him some challengers. Now, Buddy Murphy was a good challenger. Cesaro was a decent challenger. I mean, can we get somebody else? Not these freaking jabronis from local indie feds or from NXT developmental. I mean, really. He needs some better competition. I'm just saying. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Alright, after that, we get Seth Rollins, the Monday Night Messiah! And Buddy Murphy going to the ring. Before their Raw Tag Team title defense against Seth Rollins, against Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe. So Seth gets on the mic, he comments on losing the Rumble and thrown out by Kevin Owens. Mocks Drew before saying fans will turn on him pretty fast. I doubt that. The positives were that he eliminated Owens and Joe. Praises Buddy Murphy, talks about the title match. He calls Kevin and Joe out. They come out. Kevin says Seth talks way too damn much. And he calls him delusional and a jackass. And he says, you suck now. Yeah, he does. I'm Seth Rollins, look at me. No. I'm the Monday Night Messiah. I can't do his voice. I apologize. Seth tells him to bring it to the ring and stop talking. Joe then says Seth has his big boy britches on and wants to fight. They know something's up and they question where the AOP are. And Seth says he told him to stay in the back, and then we see him on the Titantron. Joe isn't buying. Joe's like, I'm not buying this BS. And Seth's like, oh, you calling me a liar? Calling me a liar? Then we see the Viking Raiders attack the AOP in the locker room as Kevin and Samoa Joe laugh about it. So we'll probably see AOP and the Viking Raiders next week on Raw, a tag team match, which should have been a Raw tag team title match, but no! WWE be stupid! Who's stupid? And they didn't make the Viking Raiders retain the titles. They had to give it to Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy. Boring. So I gave this segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then we get to the Raw Tag Team title match, which was okay. It was not bad. Starts off with Joe and Seth locking up. Joe gets the better of him. Seth comes back. Oh, well, Seth goes to the outside, and Kevin starts mocking him. Bring it back in. Buddy Murphy comes in. Joe attacks him with a headbutt and some chops. And Buddy fires back, but Joe mows him down with a shoulder tackle. Excuse me. Kevin comes in and takes control, getting a cover for a near fall. And then they isolate Buddy for a while. And Joe tags in, maintains the control, hits a rushing leg sweep for a near fall. Kevin comes in, continues to isolate Buddy. Gets a backbreaker for a near fall. But Buddy counters and Seth tags in, gets the hot tag. Well, not a hot tag, but he comes in. Joe fights him off until the champions work some double teams. And then Joe comes back, clears the ring, and hits an elbow suicida. Well, Owens hit a tope suicida cannonball type move. And then Joe comes in, hits the elbow through the ropes, and then it landed right on his fucking head. Oof. And that led to Joe being taken away, selling the injury. We don't know how severe it is. I heard it was a stinger. But WWE Medical made the decision to take him out of the match. He did a 2-on-1 handicap match. And Kevin Owens held his own. But we get near the end. And Kevin fights Buddy off, dumps him to the outside. Then he gets a Swanton Bomb on him. And Seth makes the save. Kevin follows with a tope, and then a knee strike by Buddy Murphy. Seth's taken out. Owens hits the stunner on Seth Rollins. Buddy clears him up with a handful of tights to pick up the win and retain the belts. So, I don't know if the injury is legit to me. I think they took him out for precautionary measures to not maybe further the injury. I think this might lead to something with Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe's where were you? But you never know what might happen with them now. I think Joe might be out for a little while. He's so freaking injury prone, that Samoa Joe. Not like he was back in TNA, not like he was in Ring of Honor. But Joe, when he came to WWE, I mean, a thumb injury, and he's just, now a neck injury. He had a leg injury. It's freaking injury after injury. He's feeling like Sasha Banks. Jeez. And the only thing he asked for is a little bit of a U.S. title reign. That was it. That's it. And then him working on the Raw commentary team, which was actually pretty good. By the way, speaking of the Raw commentary team, it was Tom Phillips who had a horse. He looked like he was hoarse. His voice sounded shot. Then we had Jerry the King Lawler. I don't know how his voice didn't break last night. And then Byron Saxton. Getting off of main event. Had to have Byron Saxton on commentary, blowing the fuck out of us. Though he had a good little jab at Andrade, calling him a certified a-hole. And then Jerry Lawler's like, don't tell me you just said that. So that was a pretty good thing, but it was. So, getting back to the tag team title match. Rollins and Murphy get the win. Match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. Like I said, I don't know the severity of the injuries from Samoa Joe. I think he got a stinger. Maybe a pinched nerve. I don't know. I think he's just a stinger. He'll be back maybe in a couple weeks. So, continue the storyline with Seth Rollins and company. And we'll see what happens with that. Like I said, I think we're going to see the AOP and the Viking Raiders in a tag team grudge match next week on the program. And because I think they were leading to that. Like I said, it should have been for the Raw tag team titles. And then you give them to the AOP. They should have given them to the AOP, and then the AOP go on a humongous run. But they decided to give it to Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy, which I don't really like. But it is what it is. That's it. But it made sense to have Murphy and Rollins win. They kind of changed the plans on the fly, and they won it with a roll-up. So it is what it is, and that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, we move on with Charlie Caruso and Becky, interviewing Becky Lynch. Ask about beating Asuka at the Royal Rumble and retain her title. She says she realized she's in an entirely different league than anyone else and constantly delivers on her promises. I think she says the next ass she beats is the one she wants to. She's asking about Charlotte winning the Rumble. And Becky says if she challenges her, it will be the last time she does. Then she turns around, has her jacket has a picture of a goat, and she says the best, and it says the GOAT. When did Becky become the greatest of all time? Really, she's not the GOAT. She has a GOAT face, but not a GOAT. She is not the GOAT. She is not the GOAT. I can name many women that could be the GOAT. Fabulous Moolah, Mae Young, Wendy Richter, Alundra Blaze, Trish Stratus, Lita, Melina, Molly Holly, Ivory, Victoria, Jacqueline. She's not the GOAT. I think she's only calling herself the GOAT because she was Becky 2 belts, and she's held the Raw Women's title for almost a year. That's why she's being called the GOAT. That's all I gotta say about it. She is not the GOAT. I can't wait till she loses that belt and this man persona goes bye-bye. All this hype she gets goes bye-bye at WrestleMania. And I'm hoping that I'll get to Charlotte in a minute, but I'm hoping that it's not Charlotte at WrestleMania because I don't want to see that again. I'm hoping it's Shayna Baszler. I really hope it's Shayna Baszler that shuts the mouth of Becky Lynch, shuts her right up, knocks her in the Kirifuda clutch, just knocks her out, chokes her the fuck out, straight up. Becky Lynch is boring. She's only getting the rub because she's getting married to Seth Rollins. Whoop-de-damn-do. He's another jabroni. He sucks too. Not like he was in Ring of Honor when it was Tyler Black. Tyler Black is better than fucking Seth Rollins. Straight up. Much better. Much better than he is as Seth Rollins. Much better. Tyler Black was awesome in Ring of Honor. I'm just saying. And that's pretty much it. Alright, match number 4. I believe it's match number 4. For the United States title, Andrade defending against Humberto Carrillo. We had Zelina Vega at ringside looking hot. Match was alright. Ending kind of made sense in a way. I'll get to that in a minute. So it's also with Carrillo attacking at the bell. So this is a rematch from Sunday from the Royal Rumble. Excuse me, too much beer. Too much beer. Yeah. This is a rematch from the Royal Rumble where Andrade won, retained. So Humberto beats him up at the bell, puts him over on the floor until Andrade sends him into the ring post. And Andrade falls when he strikes. They go back in and covers for a near fall. And then he goes to work on Humberto, but then he misses a charging knee, goes to the floor. Carrillo fouls him out and hits a tope suicida. As we go to break, come back. Carrillo's still in control. Andrade cuts him off. Goes from some ground and pounds, works on a pendulum submission. Carrillo counters out, but gets slammed into the turnbuckle. Then Andrade lays the boots on him, and then he hits the shotgun knees. He misses the shotgun knees. Carrillo's then cut off, but falls with a crossbody and a dropkick. And then rolling moonsault for a near fall. Goes for a springboard move. Andrade cuts it off and covers for a near fall. But Carrillo countered into a spin kick. Then he hits the disaster kick and the moonsault follows. But looked like he was about to win the title. But Zelina Vega comes in and attacks Humberto, causing disqualification. So Andrade keeps the belt. Match was okay. I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Carrillo got pissed. Beats up Andrade. He peels the mats back, exposing the concrete. And then he hits the hamlock DDT on Andrade like Andrade did to him, knocking him out for a couple weeks with that neck injury on the exposed floor. So, and Zelina Vega's crying. She's like in utter disbelief of what's going on. And we have to see referees check on Andrade, see if his neck is still intact. But this was a good way to write Andrade off because it was reported that he failed the wellness policy, so he's suspended for 30 days. And I'm thinking, why didn't you just have him drop the belt? Right? I was thinking they were gonna probably do that, but now he's out for 30 days, so you write him off TV with this angle, which will probably have another match, probably at the Saudi Arabia show, because he's probably gonna be cleared by then. But the suspension will be up before then. If it starts tomorrow, he comes back the day after the Saudi Arabia show. So they could clear him before then and have the United States title match, and then Humberto wins the belt at the Saudi Arabia show, which was probably gonna be his punishment. But even Charlotte can't save him. Sad. So we're probably gonna get a new United States champion. I don't know how they're gonna play it out. I would think that they're gonna say Andrade's got a neck injury. He's gonna be out for a while. I don't know if they're gonna strip him of the belt, then maybe have it up for grabs at the Saudi Arabia show. But I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. Probably have something with Selena Vega next week. She gives us an update on Andrade's condition. Not gonna show him, obviously. So we'll see what happens with that. So like I said, 2.25 out of 5 stars for the match, and good way to write off and keep your champion strong, I guess, with the post-match angle and getting DDT'd on the hard concrete floor. So he's probably gonna be out for about a month. Anyway. Alright, then we get to Charlotte's decision. Charlotte comes out. Talks about her Rumble win, even though she shouldn't have won. She says she did what she said she was gonna do. She's Charlotte, and she gloats a little bit. She highlights her for win. Now she has a decision to make. Says she will challenge for a championship. Which one? We don't know. She's still deciding. So it could be the Raw or a SmackDown title. Then again, I heard on Joe Cronin's show that she might challenge Rhea Ripley for the NXT championship. Not the women's championship. They took that out now. It's the NXT championship, which is stupid. So she might challenge Rhea Ripley, and that actually might be a decent match. But then you bring up Shayna Baszler, like right around the Chamber, and she enters the Chamber match. She wins the Chamber, and she faces Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's title. And I don't know what they're gonna do with Bayley. I really don't give two shits. But we have that. So she says that, and Asuka and Kairi Sane arrive. Asuka's like, "Congratulations, Charlotte-san." And then she starts talking in Japanese, which we don't know. We don't have subtitles. And it says if she would have been in the Rumble, she would have won. Probably. She won it in 2018. So why not? Then they attack Charlotte 2-on-1, and Charlotte goes to the outside. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. A little tease from Charlotte to see who she's gonna face. But we'll probably find out in the next couple weeks. Then it leads to a match, which could have been at WrestleMania, but they could have done this. Have Asuka win the Raw Women's title, and then Charlotte wins the Rumble. That leads up to their rematch from WrestleMania a couple years ago. I think it was WrestleMania 32, I believe, or 33, where and Asuka, who was undefeated, took on Charlotte, and Charlotte ended the undefeated streak of Asuka. And Asuka's career went. So they could have done that and make Asuka get the win back, because I don't think they would have gave Charlotte the belt for the 11th time. Knowing Ric Flair and company, I want my daughter to win. I want her on a silver platter. I want her to beat my streak. Woo! But we'll see what happens. So they had the match. That match was pretty good for what it was. Just though, like I said, it should have been on a pay-per-view, like a WrestleMania. But they go back and forth to start, and then Charlotte goes to work with some knife edge chops, mows her down with a tackle. Then she grounds and pounds for a little bit. Asuka fights to her feet, counters into a sliding kick for a near fall. And then she grounds and pounds, but Charlotte cuts her off with a clothesline. Asuka comes right back, but Charlotte then comes back with a bulldog, follows it up with a drop kick. Then she starts attacking the knee of Asuka, but Asuka counters the figure four, hits a German suplex, and a missile drop kick for a near fall. Then she locks in the octopus, but Charlotte counters into a basement drop kick. And then she dumps Asuka to the floor as we go to break. We come back. Charlotte cuts off Asuka with a suplex. Asuka comes back with some kicks and a bulldog for a near fall. Goes to work on her. Hits up top. Misses the missile drop kick. Charlotte hits a big boot. Near fall. She goes up top looking for the moonsault. She misses. Asuka cradles her into an arm. Well, looked like I thought it was the Asuka lock, but she kind of botched the armbar roll through. Charlotte gets out of that. Then Asuka locks in a triangle. That gets countered. Charlotte powers up, power bombs her way out of it for a near fall. She goes for natural selection. She missed. And Asuka hits the double knees for a near fall. Charlotte fights off the Asuka lock and hits the spear for a near fall. Then she goes for the figure four, is countered. She comes right back, knocks on the figure four into the figure eight. But then Kairi Sane comes in for the disqualification. So Charlotte wins by DQ. Ending, I would have thought Asuka was going to tap. But it is what it is. Charlotte gets the win anyway. Match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. It was pretty good. And I don't know what's going to happen. I was thinking that Becky Lynch was going to come out and tease that we're going to team up again and have another match with Asuka and Kairi Sane for the women's tag team belts probably next week on Raw. But that didn't happen. But I still think Kairi and Asuka are going to lose those belts by WrestleMania. Maybe to Becky and Charlotte. Becky would become Becky 2 belts again. And then she'll lose at WrestleMania and become Becky 1 belt. But then again, she could do double duty and lose both belts. But we'll see what happens over the next couple weeks. And then after the match, they beat down Charlotte, but Charlotte comes back and lays out Kairi Sane to end the segment. That's all that it was for that. So, like I said, it was a pretty good match. 3 out of 5 stars. And we'll see what happens with Charlotte next week on the program and what her decision may be. She might hold off all the way up till the weeks before WrestleMania. We shall see. Alright, then we get the Street Profits. Blech. They're talking, and then Kelly comes in. Angelo Dawkins tries his best pickup lines, and Kelly's like, okay, yeah. And like Dawkins was saying, he's a dog Vader. Really. This is what you get. That's why the Street Profits are so boring. Go back to NXT. Oh, just go back. Get out of here. Go back to NXT and suck there. Please. Just a fucking novelty act right now. I was like, oh, we're gonna have the Street Profits hype run and what's coming up, this and that. Do it with the Royal Rumble, blah blah blah. Read down everything. Get the hype they get. The crowd doesn't really like them. There's no reaction from them. Like dead silence when they come on. That's it. Oh, I didn't give that a rating. I didn't give 2 shits about that. But nice to see Kelly like, okay. Angelo Dawkins, even though we know Kelly's married to some ball player, I think. Basketball player, I think she is. She was on that show, Ballers, I think. I think it was called Ballers or some Basketball Wives, I forget. Anyway, she still looks hot. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, then we get a Mojo Rawley promo. And he comes out with Riddick Moss from NXT. Basically did nothing there. So they bring him up to the main roster and make him his. Excuse me. See, I can't talk tonight. They make him his offensive lineman. Basically, trying to pick a fight with when he was at WrestleMania 31 and got beat up by Gronk. Kind of maybe taking a jab at him again. I don't know. Maybe taking a jab at Brady. Or maybe the San Francisco 49ers. Make it a joke for the Super Bowl, which is a bad joke anyway. So, he says we're finally going to have a 24/7 title match inside a ring. So, he faces Jose. Big ass conga line. I mean, it gets bigger every week. I don't know who they find. Find some jabronis from the indies. Well, some people from the. I've been on that conga line like Braun Strowman, Mandy Leone, others that I've known, that I've seen and I know. I can't remember. I know Mandy Leone was on it. I think Scarlett Bordeaux was on it. And Scarlett's in NXT. We still don't know where Killer Kross might end up. Might be AEW. He might go to NXT to be with his girlfriend. That hot piece of ass. We'll see. So anyway, we get to the match. Mojo beats him in 20 seconds. With some weird looking slam. So, he retains the belt. Whoop-de-damn-do. I hear the match a dud. I didn't give two shits about it. And then we see some clown come in and roll up Mojo for the win. And it's R-Truth. He wins the belt for the 31st time. I actually think it's 31 or 32. I lost count. He wins the belt again. And Mojo beats him up. Quickly wins it right back for the third time. Yeah, this 24/7 title is a joke. Just get rid of it. I thought it was good at the start. I was going to give it a chance. Now I just want it out of WWE. Just destroy the belt. Have somebody like maybe, I don't know, maybe Kevin Owens win it, and he's like, I want this belt, and goes into the trash and blows it up. Or just throws it in the trash. Then again, he could do a Steve Austin, or, I mean, the Rock, just throw the belt in the river, and then we'll never see it again. Some jabroni picks it up and sells it on eBay. But yeah, the 24/7 title is a fucking joke. And it's basically the R-Truth title, because every time he loses it, he gets it right back, and then he loses it again, and then he wins it right back. It's a joke. A fucking joke. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, then we get to, I think this was where we get hour number 3, and this was your shit hour of the week. Third hour sucked until Edge came out. So we get Lana and Liv Morgan, 2.5 minutes suckfest. Then went back and forth. Liv Morgan wins with a flatliner off the ropes. And freaking do. We had Bobby Lashley and Rusev were banned from ringside. And they're going to continue this horrible storyline. Lana's still horrible in the ring. But they say she's getting better. She's still horrible. She is horrible. And the storyline is still going on for the last couple months now. Get it over and done with, please. Is this going to last? It's going to last all the way to WrestleMania. Because it's going to end at WrestleMania, most likely. With another dumb mixed tag team. Dude, I can't talk. Mixed tag team match. I drink too much fucking beer and this. I stop drinking before I do these videos. But it is what it is. So the match I gave a dud. I didn't give two shits about it. Storyline's going to continue on next week. Maybe Rusev and Lashley will come back and then they'll do some stupidity. And that's pretty much it. Then after that, we get Eric Rowan and his cage of whatever it is. Maybe it's a possum or a snake. I don't know what it is. He fights some jabroni, beats him in a little over a minute. The Iron Claw slam. I guess they were filling time. Filler. So, yeah, we got that. So I gave that a dud. The third hour was just a joke until the end. That was it. So I give that a dud. And, it. Alright, then we get to the end of the night, and a man called Edge, Stain, comes out without Tony Kimmel going, the rated R superstar. I actually missed that. That's the only thing about Edge I like. Tony Kimmel announcing him. And he gets paid for it. I don't know how much he gets paid, but I like to find out. I do it. Superstar! Give me the money. Give me a call. I'll do it right in a heartbeat. As much as I don't like Edge, I would do it for like $1 million. Or even $50,000. $50,000, I'd do it. $50,000 to $100,000. I'd do that in a minute. I just show up whenever Edge decides to show up. I'm at WrestleMania in my suit and tie, like $1 million. He goes, superstar, Edge Stain. I won't say Stain. I want to say Edge. Oh, there's my mic. You know, I could have. Well, I'm not gonna put it on. Superstar. I could easily do that. Any jabroni in the WC could do that. Even that dick Sean's View Entertainment. And I hate to bring him up, but you know, I kind of vowed not to bring him up, but now I brought him up anyway. So fuck him anyway. That's all I can say about that. All right, we get to Edge, and he talks about last night. Royal Rumble. He says he's happy to be back. But it was an emotional night. As always, people were crying. People were. I still don't get it. I wasn't impressed. Like I said on my Royal Rumble review, which you know, I was on comments on different videos. I said I wasn't. I think it was on General Jerry's video. And I said I wasn't impressed, and I'm getting hate, and I love it. I love it being a heel. I love it. I said I wasn't impressed. I didn't really give two shits about him coming back. And I'm getting called, you know, a mark. Oh yeah, I'm an Adam Cole mark. Why don't you think? And then you know, people say, "Oh, that's why you only get no comments on your videos." I don't give a shit if I get comments on my videos. If I get one comment, that's fine. If I get 100 comments, that's great. If I don't get no comments, I don't care. I just do this for fun. I get my opinion across. And if you don't like it, well, too bad. Get the fuck off my channel. Keep it moving. Go play with your toys. Go play with yourself. Go play with your one inch wiener. That's it. Just trolling. I really didn't. I'm being honest. I didn't like his return. Coming back after 9 years. I mean, everybody's starting to come back now. MVP, John Morrison coming back after, you know, 8 years. Edge now coming back after 9 years. Blah, blah, blah. The Undertaker's gonna come back. I mean, I'm gonna be okay with that, you know. It's The Undertaker. I'm not gonna say anything bad about one of my favorite wrestlers in WWE. The Undertaker, the Phenom! Who might be at the Saudi Arabia show. I don't know. I mean, you don't know if he's at WrestleMania either. So we'll see. Alright, so he comes out and says he says his stuff. The crowd won't let him talk. He says the reactions he's received mean so much to him. Thanks to fans. And it's like, you still got it. Get that. He's like, how am I here? Taken out medically 9 years ago, but refused to deal with the what ifs. Started feeling good over the years and asked himself, what if? What if he came back home? So he got to work, got another neck surgery, busted his ass, got into the best shape of his life at 46 years old. Guy is 46. Look it. Looks maybe like at least 40, but not 46. And Shayna Baszler was 39. God, good figure. To end his career on his terms, he saw some new and familiar faces at the Rumble, like Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Aleister Black, Matt Riddle, the list goes on and on. He says, boys, hopefully I see you down the road. Maybe some dream matches, maybe. He says this may not last long, but he hopes that we all join him on the ride. getting older. He's getting grayer, like myself. Only 43. You see a little bit of gray hair. A little bit of gray hair on my outgrowing mustache again. I have to cut by the weekend. Super Bowl Sunday, gotta look like a man. So we got that. All led him to getting here, and has one you can't fake. He has grit. Knock him down, he gets back up, and then Randy Orton and his monotonous voice comes out, and they have a little bit of an RKO reunion. They tease it a little bit. Randy's like, "What if we had another RKO reunion? Reunited RKO one more time." So the crowd's like, "Yes, yes, yes!" And they hug, stuff like that. Then out of nowhere, bang! RKO! I was like, yes, I'm calling. I was like watching the program. I was like, RKO! I smell an RKO. I just do. And he hit the RKO. I marked the fuck out. I was like, yeah, that's what you deserve, bitch. Also with some chair shots to the back. I mean, Edge sold it pretty well. I gotta give him credit for that. Then he looks to Pillmanize the neck, and Edge is like twitching and stuff. He's like really selling that that thing with his neck. And the referee's like, don't do it! Don't do it! I was like, do it! But he hesitates and gets off the middle ropes, leaves the ring, and looks like it was going to end the segment. Then he runs back over to the timekeeper's area, grabs not one, but 2 chairs, and he hits the boom concerto, knocking Edge completely out. And on WWE.com, they said that Edge was rushed to a medical facility. So that's a good way to write him off up until WrestleMania when they have the match. And then Randy's gonna gloat. He's like, I killed the legend of Edge. That's what he's gonna say next week. And then Randy's gonna have some matches. They just have him gloat all the way to WrestleMania, which I think they should do. Don't let him fight some mediocre talent. And then, over the next couple weeks, he's gloating. Like, Edge is not coming back. We see, get some updates from Edge. And then Randy Orton gloats like, oh, he's coming back at Mania. Woo, then I can RKO him and end his career for good. Stuff like that. But I think Edge will get the win at WrestleMania. And then even though he signed a 3-year contract, we probably won't see Edge again until maybe Money in the Bank or SummerSlam. But I don't know who he's gonna face. Who we would face at SummerSlam? Maybe Cena, but I really don't want to see that. But at least we're not gonna see Cena and Edge at WrestleMania like I thought we were. But, yeah. So we get that. Edge is laid out. It gets taken to a medical facility. Randy Orton's gloating, and the fans are like, they're crying and then everything. But I was like, I marked out. I marked the fuck out for Randy Orton. I still love Randy Orton. Even though he stole my damn move. The Gilmore Cutter. I hit it way better than him. And if you don't believe me, go to the XWF, XWF99.com. Sign up. Pick your character. Face me, and I'll kick your ass. Go ahead. I dare anybody to. That's all I gotta say about that. So the ending I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. And like I said, we'll see what happens next Monday night. I think Randy will come out and explain why he did what he did. And he's gonna gloat. It's like I was sick of Edge. He threw me out of the Royal Rumble. I was pissed. And I didn't like him coming back and getting the spotlight. Stuff like that. So I did what I did. And I'm glad he's gone. I ended his career for good. Now he's gonna be a stay-at-home dad. Stuff like that. Playing with Beth Phoenix and stuff. I would have worded it differently. I was like, now you can go. It's like, hey Adam, now you can go home and play with Beth. Or yourself. I would say play with yourself, but that one might have been too extreme for WWE. But I would have made it extreme. I would have said it anyway, even if I got fined. Now you can go home and play with your kids yourself. But, and then gloat every week. He's like, oh, he's not coming back. And then, like the week before Mania, like, he would come back and say something to Randy Orton. It's like, you, me, WrestleMania. I'm gonna kick your ass. And then Randy comes back the next week and says like, I'm gonna end your career. I'm gonna make you leave. I'm gonna send you back home to your wife and kids in a wheelchair. Stuff like that. Something like that I would do. Make it more real. But this was great. Like I said, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Good way to end Raw. And if I was the booker, I would open Raw next week with Randy Orton and doing what he did what he did. Then you have somebody come out and say, "What did you do that to Edge for?" Maybe Christian comes out. I could do that. I think Christian might come out to defend Edge, and he gets taken out. Or maybe Edge comes back like right before Mania. He comes out to save Christian from getting destroyed. He'll get hit with the RKO. And then then Randy Orton will try for the chair on Christian, ending his career. And then Edge comes out. Edge and Orton have a fight. Edge spears Orton out of his boots, and that leads up to Mania, where Edge will beat Randy Orton at Mania to get his little bit of a WrestleMania moment. But we'll see. That's all I gotta say about that. So it was a decent Monday Night Raw, and now way over time. Crap. So like I said, it was a pretty decent Raw. I gave it 6 out of 10 stars, but let me know what you guys thought in a comment or a video reply down below. If you have any questions, put it down below in the comment section of this video. Continue to subscribe to this channel and all my other channels down below. And that's it. So thank you for watching. Check out my Royal Rumble review in the description box below. And continue to like, subscribe, do whatever you want. And that's it. So thank you for watching. Peter Gilmore shutting up right now. And that's it. So thank you for watching. I'm out. Peace! Bitches! Fuck you.